Hi guys, so in this short video, I'm going to try and talk about the immunological functions of vitamin D. So we've had a lot of discussions about vitamin D's role in growth, its role in calcium metabolism, and basically its metabolism. But we rarely speak about the immune functions of vitamin D. And this is something that's been gaining a lot of traction of late, and it's even being used in the treatment of COVID with good results. So in this video, I'll try and talk about how vitamin D helps enhance the body's immune response and how it improves immunity in general, and why it's important to also take vitamin D because of these additional benefits that it offers. So it's proposed that vitamin D helps enhance the immune response by two mechanisms. The first being it increases the production of certain antimicrobial proteins, which we'll talk about in the next slide, and it also helps maintain the epithelial barrier of the body, basically the lining of the intestines and the respiratory tract. So first, let's talk about the increased production of the antimicrobial proteins. So vitamin D enhances production of two important antimicrobial proteins. The first and the most important one being a protein called cathelicidin, and it also enhances the production of proteins called defensins, particularly the alpha and beta defensins. So all these antimicrobial proteins, they function against a bacterial membrane, and cathelicidin especially has function against against funguses and viruses also. So it has antibacterial, antifungicidal, and antiviral activity. So cathelicidin, also called CAMP, which is cathelicidin antimicrobial protein, is the most important antimicrobial protein which is enhanced by vitamin D. So how does vitamin D help enhance the production of this protein? So like any other steroid hormone, vitamin D, also being a steroid hormone, acts directly on nuclear receptors. So here we can see serum vitamin D enters the cell and acts on the vitamin D receptors in the nucleus. This later codes for or activates a target gene, which again codes for the HCAP18. This is nothing but human cathelicidin protein gene, and this gene is activated by vitamin D, and then this leads to production of the protein, which is your cathelicidins. So again, vitamin D directly acts on nuclear receptors to stimulate or to begin the production of cathelicidins, and these cathelicidins have a good antimicrobial activity. So vitamin D firstly and majorly acts by increasing the production of antimicrobial proteins. If anything is to be remembered, vitamin D enhances the production of cathelicidin and defensins, which improve the immune response. Second mechanism of action of vitamin D is its importance in epithelial barrier maintenance. So our respiratory lining and intestines are lined by a mucous epithelium, which acts as a barrier to infection. So it's very difficult for organisms to cross this, and the tight junctions in this epithelium is formed or is enhanced by vitamin D. These tight junctions have an important protein called E-cadherin, and this E-cadherin synthesis is enhanced by vitamin D, and this is particularly important in respiratory infections such as COVID. So by these two mechanisms, vitamin D plays a really important role even in the immune system, and as we keep studying this hormone or this vitamin, we keep finding more and more functions and more value to it. So it's important, and most of us are vitamin D deficient, so it's important to get your levels checked or at least take supplements and make sure you're rich in vitamin D, because it even has a role in the immune system. Lastly, something which is a misconception: most people think it is the early morning sun that helps produce vitamin D or plays a role in vitamin D. But it's important to remember it is UVB rays that enhance synthesis of vitamin D, and these UVB rays are present between 10 to 2 p.m. if I'm not wrong. So that's somewhere in the midday. So remember, UVB rays are in the midday, and these are the rays which enhance vitamin D production. So expose yourself to the sun at this time. Although this causes some tan and some burn, it is these rays that actually cause vitamin D production. So it is midday and not early morning or evening sun, which is good for vitamin D. So yeah, keep that in mind, and see you in the next video. Bye.